The Minister of Government Communications, Felix Kwakye Ofosu, has strongly criticized the previous New Patriotic Party, NPP administration, blaming them for Ghana's current economic challenges. Speaking on TV3's Key Points program on Saturday, March 15th, Kwakye Ofosu accused the former government of mismanaging the economy, leading to widespread financial hardship. He pointed to the Domestic Debt Exchange Program, DDEP, as a major factor that worsened the economic crisis, stating, "The cost of living crisis precipitated by their mismanagement has had a devastating impact on the people." Kwakye Ofosu also highlighted the sharp depreciation of the Ghanaian Cedi, which fell by 19% in 2024 and 27% in 2023. "This economy is in shambles," he declared, adding that the consistent depreciation of the currency was a clear indication of the NPP's economic mismanagement. Economists debate key government policies. Joining the discussion, development economist Dr. George Jaamfa advised the current administration to reconsider its decision to abolish the e-levy, arguing that reducing the rate rather than scrapping it entirely would be a more sustainable approach. If the 1% rate is high, they could have reduced it rather than removing it altogether, he suggested. Similarly, economics lecturer Adu Owusu Sarkodie from the University of Ghana expressed concerns over the government's plan to eliminate the COVID-19 levy by the end of the year. He proposed repurposing the levy's funds to strengthen healthcare infrastructure, emphasizing the importance of long-term investment in the health sector.
Let us not pat the MPP managers of the economy on their back. They did terrible damage to this economy, and it was because of imprudent mismanagement of the economy, the deliberate waste of money on consumption expenditure in a manner that undermined our finances. Look, all the problems we faced stemmed from 2020, the 2020 election. And
they disagree with you.
So
they handed over an economy that is working.
No, my brother, I beg you. This one, I beg you. Please, I beg you. You are waking my team up. This morning, I want to be okay. Stop.
No. You see, the economy is not like your dress. You see, the economy is not like your dress.
We are all living in Ghana. We are not in space.
When you say an economy is doing well, you look at some parameters. Why? How can you have inflation hovering above 20% and say the economy is doing well? How can your currency have depreciated by the extent that it did last year, and then you insist that the economy is doing well? Samson, fundamentally, and that is what Mr. Bentel and Akumi and everybody you're speaking that we forget. Fundamentally, every election is a referendum on the performance of the government. It is the reason why in Ghana,
government's budget sparks mixed reactions. The 2025 budget statement and economic policy, presented by Finance Minister Dr. Cassiel Addo-Forson on March 11th, has been met with both praise and criticism. While some commend the budget's focus on fiscal consolidation, others have raised concerns about the potential impact of removing certain levies. Among the key highlights of the budget is the allocation of GH 51.3 million as seed funding for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank, WDB. This initiative aims to support women entrepreneurs and traders, addressing long-standing challenges in accessing capital for business growth. Additionally, the government has set aside GH 292.4 million to begin the free distribution of sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools. This policy is designed to support schoolgirls during their menstrual cycles and ensure uninterrupted education. Increased investment in social protection programs. The government has also increased funding for several key social protection initiatives, including the National Health Insurance Scheme, NHIS, the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty, LEAP program, the School Feeding Program, the Capitation Grant. These efforts signal the administration's commitment to improving social equity and supporting vulnerable communities across the country. Call for national unity. During his budget presentation, Dr. Forson acknowledged the severe economic challenges facing the nation, including currency depreciation, hyperinflation, high taxes, rising fuel and electricity prices, and soaring interest rates. He emphasized that significant sacrifices are necessary to stabilize the economy, stressing President John Dramani Mahama's commitment to fiscal discipline. As a nation, We must work together to restore stability and build a resilient economy, Dr. Forson urged, calling for national unity in overcoming the current economic crisis. KMTV will continue to provide updates on Ghana's economic developments and key policy decisions affecting the nation. KMTV, first to break.